with this iPad is.
So let's rock today's video, as this is the last video in this kind of a lighting, mic and camera. Everything will change in the next video.
iPad or any tablets are the most desirable piece of tech and in the most confusing state ever. Taking example of an iPad, it comes very close to a MacBook. Yet, so far, it actually feels like an iPhone with a bigger screen. It was launched in 2010 by Steve Jobs and had a clear vision. He wanted a device that bridges the gap between an iPhone and a MacBook. But I feel the perception of an iPad is not actually what the vision was. Most of us buy an iPad and try to replace it with our laptops. Totally wrong approach. The right approach is you should have a laptop or a MacBook, whatever your preference is, and then go for an iPad or any tablet. Confused? Let me explain. Okay, so iPads were designed to make technology look attractive, easy to use, intuitive, and yet powerful enough to do complex tasks. I have had used iPad as my main computer for at least an year, and I just felt iPad as an iPhone with just a bigger screen. I didn't need using my MacBook during those days, but to do anything productive like organizing my file folders, using Google Sheets, or do coding. For all these tasks, I had to get on to my MacBook. And once the video editing was added to my workflow, I moved back to the MacBook as my main computer. An iPad is just now my reading device. Okay, so to explain, if your workflow is more towards a consumer, that is, you consume things like browsing, media, reading, or note taking, then iPad is a perfect computer for you and you don't need a laptop. All these things are done quite well on iPad, or maybe a notch better than a laptop. But if your workflow is towards a creator side, then using iPad will require things like a keyboard, Apple Pencil, and still it won't come close to your laptop in terms of productivity, easy to use, processing power, and lappability, if that word exists. Looking closely, iPads are like just an add-on device which will be accompanied by a laptop or a Mac if you want to do any kind of productive work. But let me tell you, my reading experience has been enhanced tenfolds with this iPad. Phone or laptops are nowhere near to that experience. Even the writing experience with the Magic Keyboard on is very different. Hence, you feel good. But there are few issues in it. iPad with a keyboard is uncomfortable on laps. It tends to fall due to bad weight management. iPads with the Magic Keyboard comes very close to the price range of MacBooks. And in most cases, iPads are expensive, which definitely doesn't make sense. So let's compare the price of the latest M2 iPad Pro 12.9 inches, which potentially is so-called laptop replacement, and compare it with the actual MacBooks. So buying an 12.9 inch iPad Pro with 512 GB of storage, Wi-Fi version, and adding a Magic Keyboard to make it a laptop replacement will cost you a whopping 1,77,000 or $1,750 US. Now let's understand the prices of the MacBooks that are near to this range. M1 MacBook Air with 512 GB storage will cost you around 1,20,000 or $1,200 US. $550 less than an iPad Pro, which is the laptop replacement. In those $550, you can definitely get an iPad mini for yourself. So it's a great combination. M1 MacBook Air 512 GB and an iPad mini with 256 GB. Now talking about M2 MacBook Air 13 inches with 512 GB storage will cost you around 1,35,000. That is $1,350, which is still $400 less than the laptop replacement iPad. And the performance I feel is at par or definitely better in the 13-inch M2 MacBook Air. Talking about M2 MacBook Air 15 inches with 512 GB, which is the latest launch from Apple, cost you around 1,55,000. That is $1,550. Still $200 less than that iPad. And what you get with the MacBook Air 15 inches is a bigger screen and of course a better performance. And if you add 20,000 or $200 in that iPad Pro, you can get the latest M2 Pro MacBook Pro 14 inches, which is hands down an awesome performing laptop. An iPad Pro stands nowhere against this laptop. So all in all, it means that iPad Pros are just a luxury buy. Now you must be thinking, then why iPads? Who must buy it, or what iPad you should buy? So let me help you here. So buying an iPad with the thought process that you can replace your laptop is a not good choice. iPads are the third category of a computer, which definitely comes after the phone and a laptop in the priority. As of now, it can never be like a phone or a laptop, which is mostly the necessity, and it is totally for someone who have already lot of devices, or at least a phone and a laptop, and wants to explore a different form factor. But the only iPad that makes sense is the iPad mini, and it's in real sense a tablet. It has the right screen size of 8.3 inches. It is 10 on 10 in portability. You can consume any kind of content. Screen is just perfect for that. You can do light productivity work like browsing files, internet, and capturing notes. So if you want a device other than your phone, then do not go with a tablet or an iPad. First go, or you should have a laptop or a MacBook, then think of buying an iPad or a tablet, because it's a luxury buy. And laptop anytime is the best value for money computer. Well, with Apple focusing quite a bit on the iPads, bringing the pro workflows like Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro on iPads, it confuses me a lot. Samsung making a tablet with a whooping 14.6 inches of screen, Tab S9 Ultra, which definitely looks beautiful and is quite attractive to buy. But what is the real use of such a huge tablet? Are all companies just thinking of making money by luring their customers with such an attractive and a non-productive device? What are your views on that? Do let me know. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Hold. Okay, just 30 seconds. I just want to request that do subscribe to my channel and maybe tell something in comments that you want to see improvement in. I'm definitely trying to improve and enhance myself in all the aspects, but it's a single man army, so it takes a little bit of time. But hold on here. Subscribe to this channel or just keep seeing the videos. It motivates me, and definitely you will get awesome quality videos in future for sure. So thank you.
But now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really